Hey everyone, it's your host Julia back again with the Ethical Consumer Podcast Holiday Gift Guide. Christmas is coming up a little quicker than maybe we'd like it to, and if you're anything like me, you're still working on compiling those last few gifts or stocking stuffers. Every year I tell myself I'm going to get my Christmas shopping done by Thanksgiving. And I don't know what happens between Halloween and December 10th or so. It doesn't happen. It's like a black hole that I get sucked into, that I don't know what day it is, and I completely forget that I'm supposed to be covering my holiday shopping. I'm very proud of myself as it is the 9th while I'm recording this, the 10th when it comes out tomorrow. And again, I'm almost done, but I have a few more, or I'm waiting for a few more to arrive. There is still time to get some ethically minded gifts for your loved ones and friends for the holidays. And here are a few suggestions if you're a little bit stumped on not just wanting to get, your run-of-the-mill chocolate bar at the grocery store, or maybe you're looking for one more thing for that special someone that's really hard to get things for. Like they just buy everything themselves. I'm thinking about my brother. They buy everything they want themselves, and you're left with, what would I buy them that they don't already have, or they wouldn't just buy on their own if they actually wanted it? I find that's the perfect situation to bring in some sustainably harvested or artisan crafted goods. It's a consumable, it's something that they'll get use out of for sure, but it's also not something that's just going to lay around their house. I like to make sure that I'm not contributing to stuff, just getting them more stuff that they may or may not use. But if you get them something consumable or something that they can use on an everyday basis, you know that you're not just getting them more stuff. This is a list of things that I've given as gifts in the past that I may or may not be giving this year. So family, if you're listening, can you just not until December 26th or so? Please, thank you. And gifts that are from our past guests or a few future guests. So a couple spoilers in this one. So suggestion number 1. What would I like for Christmas? What will I always eat, drink, or enjoy, or use? Coffee and chocolate. Coffee and chocolate. Always. Our friends at Ross Street Roasters in Tama, Iowa have a wonderful shop online where you can get gifts for your coffee connoisseurs. In addition to coffee brewing, storing, and drinking gifts, you can also, of course, buy their ground or whole bean coffee. If you have someone on your Christmas list that likes to experiment with new and different coffees, they have a 4-pack sampler that you can choose so they can try a couple different blends, and they even have a coffee subscription that you can gift to the ultimate connoisseur that will give them a few months of coffee delivered in the mail. And again, there are many things that go well with coffee. Chocolate is one of my preferred. And one of our future guests, Mocha Origins, has coffee and chocolate. I may or may not have a few fancy chocolate bars coming in the mail for some of the people on my gift list. Again, guys, stop it. You're ruining your Christmas surprise. Go away. Listen to this later. They have some wonderful varieties, and they're all sustainably harvested and crafted, and go back to support the communities that they are grown and crafted in. They have country and region specific bars, so if you have a world traveler friend that's really missing traveling right now, there will be a few more gifts on this list that would be great for them. But getting them a country or region specific chocolate bar could also feed just a little bit their wanderlust. Next up on the list, another one of our past podcast guests, Social Mixers Simple Syrups, made by my friend Kat Duvik and her husband in Minneapolis. Now, these are great even though not many people are hosting parties right now, to have a cocktail in your home instead of going out. You could also buy one of their gift packs in which you will receive a bottle of each flavor that you could distribute to friends or family and have a fun little cocktail party on Zoom. And never to leave out our sober friends. I love their simple syrups in coffee and also in sparkling water. I will always remember this moment on my 21st birthday. My friends and I asked my mom to come out with us, and we were sitting at this martini bar, and she didn't really want to drink. She doesn't drink much. She's developed a taste for Moscow mules as they've become popular over the past few years, but that's really just not her thing. But she wanted a fancy drink. She wanted something in a martini glass, and she asked the waitress, "Can I just get like some soda water with a little orange juice in it?" She wanted to have fun. She wanted to participate. She wanted to have a fancy drink, but she didn't want the alcohol in it. And this is the perfect application for Social Mixer's simple syrups. Next up on the list, I know a lot of you loved the Bountiful Blossoms Bee Company episode, digging into honey, beekeepers, and learning about how our pollinators do so much more than we think they do, and they're not always put through the best conditions either. Carol takes very good care of her bees, and she crafts some amazing candles, soaps, and of course, honey out of what they gift her for taking such good care of them. I always love giving candles. I love giving soaps. I love getting them too. Again, these are gifts that people are going to use on a daily or weekly basis. They are consumable things that aren't just going to accumulate around the house. Next up in a similar vein, Eco Lips out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa for my local friends. Also has several different type of balms, creams, and various body care products that are really great for stocking stuffers. I know since I can remember, I've always gotten a lip balm in my Christmas stocking, and that's just standard procedure in my house. There's a couple things. There's the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, usually in tree form. There is the lip balm, Andy's Chocolate Mints. Again, some of these maybe we're going to have to start to revamp them as my family goes on their own ethical journey. But there's those staples that that's what goes in your Christmas stocking, man. And you keep looking all the way into the toe of that stocking. And if something's not in there, it's a little weird. I'd be curious to see what your standard items are in your Christmas stocking. I know a couple friends have mentioned that they always got a can of olives. I think that might have been an aunt of mine, actually. A can of olives or a jar of pickles or a new toothbrush. We usually got a new toothbrush too. Maybe I'll ask for a wooden one this year. What do you think? Got recommendations? Go ahead and leave them below. For your foodie friends and family members, we have one of our most recent guests, Isidore Nut Company, and they have beautiful gift tins and packages and curated boxed sets that are all Minneapolis small women-owned companies. Tasha is just a wonderful, wonderful woman that supports inclusive hiring, whether it's people of all abilities, skin tones, backgrounds. She is fighting for the little guy, all of the little guys, and making sure everybody has a spot at the table. For those who like to cook, I have two more suggestions for you, both being from future guests. Akua Kelp Jerky. They also make kelp noodles and are coming out next year with kelp burgers. Also have a signature lemon kelp seasoning that may be great for the adventurous cooking friend that would like to experiment with ingredients that aren't quite standard, that are a little bit abnormal, and again, might be great for that wanderlusting friend who's stuck at home right now. For your spicy food friend, Small Axe Peppers hot sauce should definitely be on the list. They have peppers grown in various cities around the U.S. that are grown in and give back to community gardens in urban areas. They have a couple different flavors, couple different styles. I'm told that the Chicago one goes really great in a hot dog, vegan or otherwise. And I am most excited to try the habanero mango and the habanero ginger. Those sound pretty good to me. If you're not interested in giving consumable things, maybe you'd like an item that's going to stick with them for a little bit longer, past the time it takes to finish that chocolate bar or go through that entire bag of coffee beans, I would highly recommend getting them something reusable. Maybe they're starting on this reusable journey, they've seen some things, they've mentioned some things, but they haven't bit the bullet and they haven't decided to make that investment in something that's going to last longer than a plastic bag or a plastic bottle. A few years ago, I gifted both my brother and my sister-in-law. I think she was my sister-in-law then. She might have been his girlfriend at the time. Both Clean Canteen water bottles. I know Sarah's bottle took a few trips down the water slide when she was lifeguarding, and it was still kicking. I did get them both replacements. Let's see. I think it was last year or maybe the year before. I want to say I got them their original pair like 6 years ago, something like that. They lasted a long time and they put them through hell. Sarah's went down the water slide, like I mentioned, and brother decided that he was going to see how long he could make his last. But then once the enamel or the paint started chipping on the outside, they have since changed their colored coating to be chip proof. But after brother had had it a couple years, he started to see if he could turn his dark blue container completely silver, and he succeeded. They then got replacements the next year. But the original two still function. They're their rough and tumble bottles. They just might not go out in public as much. Last year specifically, I got same sister-in-law and my brother-in-law on the other side stasher bags. My brother and sister-in-law built a beautiful garden, and Sarah was working on freezing her tomatoes. I got her two. I believe I got her the largest size to hold the maximum amount of tomatoes. And then I got her the stand-up one. There's one that they have that has a flat bottom, and it goes up in a pyramid or peak type shape so that it would be a lot easier for her to fill than trying to hold a floppy silicone bag from one side and fill with the other hand. My brother-in-law had been doing a lot of sous vide cooking at the time, and he'd mentioned, I think when we were home for Thanksgiving, that he really, really liked doing the sous vide cooking, but he was going through so many plastic bags. And he would wash them, he would try to reuse them, but after so many times, the plastic bags just start to deteriorate. So I got him the larger silicone stasher bags for his sous vide cooking. Sometimes you have that friend or family member that is just absolutely impossible to buy for. They truly do not want anything, but they would love for you to make a donation to a cause that they care about. One of our future guests, Fennigans Farms, Fennigans, Fennigans, like Fen instead of Finn, FennigansFarms.com has a pantry sponsorship in which you can sponsor a family of 1 to 4 people for, I believe it's $25, and 5 to 8 people for $50. This is going to stock food in their pantry, those in need, those who don't have access or don't have the funds to buy fresh, good food. You can supply them with food over the holidays and beyond. And if $25 or $50 is not in your price range, they also have a collective sponsorship pot in which you can donate however much you want. You can donate $1, $2, $5. All of these donations go into the collective account so that the girls can pull sponsorships out of that fund. There are many other charitable organizations that would be happy to have your donations if there's someone on your list that just really doesn't want to receive anything and they'd much prefer someone else be getting the benefit around the holidays. As always, how many times have I said this in our episodes? Buy local when you can. Some of you may live in an area that you can't get a lot of sustainable or eco-friendly things locally, and that's okay. We do what we can. We can still support our local shops, especially this year, especially right now, by buying gift cards to favorite restaurants, favorite coffee shops, favorite breweries, knowing that some people aren't going out right now, which we fully support here at The Ethical Consumer, but we also don't want to see our local businesses close. Getting someone a gift card allows them to go out and eat or go out and grab a couple drinks in the future and supports their favorite small business right now when they need it most. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, hearing about some of my favorite giftable things, my favorite things to get if anyone wants to get me a Christmas present, chocolate and coffee. Thank you. And I will be back next week with another full-length episode and another mini-sode. I will have a list of these things on our social media accounts as well if you'd like to refer back to any of them, find links to websites and social media accounts. Please reach out if you have any questions. Hey, I'm down to give personal recommendations if you have this one person that you're like, man, I don't know what to get. Do you have an idea? I love giving suggestions, guys. I really, truly love it. So let me know if you have any questions about any of these beautiful companies or products, and happy gifting, guys. I'll see you next time.